the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up.
Well, it is the song that Donald Trump walks on to the stage all the time to, but last night was a little bit poignant as well. Look at this. Beautiful Melania introducing him to Madison Square Garden, a full house, and playing his song, the hit song, God Bless the USA, was country music superstar and icon Lee Greenwood. And he's here with us right now. What a treat on Newsline. Lee, welcome in. Great to see you.
Thank you very much. Great to talk to you as well. It was a monster night last night. It was so fun. And the president was so gracious to me. I love saluting him. I wasn't military, but I think it's a proper thing to do. And my wife said, 2 things for your birthday? And I said, okay, I want to see President Trump back in the White House again. And I want to celebrate my birthday in New York with the president. And so we did that at Madison Square Garden, and it was fantastic.
1 wish out of 2. That's right. Yesterday was your birthday. I can't believe it. You're 82 years young, Lee. You have tons of energy. You know, you really have written a song that is so powerful and sort of transcends time. And I'm sure as a musician, as a writer, everyone hopes to have that, but you've actually accomplished that. And Donald Trump last night, he also hit you on the back there. You have this sort of bond and camaraderie. It's more than just music. There's a true sort of sense of patriotism. Can you describe what that moment was like for you?
Well, you know, I sang many, many times for President Trump and his former term at the White House, and we became very, very good friends. I will have to tell you, he's very warm and genuine. And as you saw when I left the stage last night, he kind of just gave me a whack on the back, like, good job, you know. And of course, my wife, Kim, is a pageant director for Miss USA, Miss Universe. And so when he owned Miss Universe, she worked for him for 21 years. So we have a long, long history of association and friendship. And so when they put me on stage next to him, I'm flattered. I'm honored. It was a real big honor last night to be on stage with him. When Melania walked in last night, she just looked majestic, you know. And then, normal times, I will introduce the president well, but this in case and I have to say this kind of funny, she trumped me because she made the introduction for the president last night. I said, fantastic. And they still allowed me to be on stage with the two of them. And what a thrilling moment that was last night.
Thrilling, yes. And I got to see it firsthand. I wrote about one of your performances in my new book, Incoming, on the front lines of the left's war on truth, because I was at the RNC. And Donald Trump emerged at the Fiserv to you singing. It was the first time we saw him after Butler. And I wrote about that because I think, Lee, that is one of the moments in this volatile, historic political season that will be forever cemented in so many Americans' minds. And you also know that as a faith person, it kind of gave everyone a moment to actually now look at sort of miracles, look at God moving in this country, and hopefully praying for our leaders like Donald Trump.
Yeah, there's a lot of trust to that because I go all the way back to the Reagan era working with presidents, and they allowed me to be the person to introduce him to the RNC right after the moment he had been attempted to be killed. And so it was interesting to just, they said, take your moment, make sure he gets into the box before you say anything. I didn't know he was going to walk into the building with the vice president-elect as well. And so I'm like, okay, I have to wait. And the band playing with me called Fifth Wire are from Nashville. As a matter of fact, they were the band playing with me on a USO tour when I met my wife, Kim. Aww. And that was over 35 years ago. And so it was good that I had a live band instead of tracks. That gave me the opportunity to have the music keep going. And I got eye contact with Don Jr. at that moment when he finally got into the box. And the president looked at me and said, okay, this is your moment. Say what you think. And I just talked from my heart. And I said what I think he needed to hear to give him confidence that these are the people around him that believe in him and want him to be president again.
Well, it was a credible moment, and you've shared some of the insight with us and our viewers here at Newsline. We appreciate, Lee, you always taking a few times for us here, a few minutes. We know it's your birthday and you're busy, and it was a great performance and so historic. Thank you so much. Good friend of the program, and I'm proud to call you a friend as well here.
Bye.